Starting. Hello to the people who are watching. Welcome to the live stream discussing, I have it with me, The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Ooh, okay. The knife looks darker on your cover, and I actually love it being darker. It's darker. And I actually love that darker. It's more bloody darker. So, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Rosie. This is my second time reading the book.
Mine too, so. Unfortunately, the other person who couldn't come on, Damara, was having a family emergency. So we give her prayers to her family, and that's why she's not here. But Knife Never Letting Go. So this is the second time you reading it. Did you not like it as much as you did the first time? Did you like it as much?
I liked it as much. It's a really good book, but it's also a really stressful book.
Oh yes, it's so stressful, man.
It's not like one of those books you can just like sit down and relax and read. I was just like getting near the end, like I don't want to, but in like the best way.
Exactly. It's just crazy what happens in it. It's just like nonstop action throughout the whole thing. It's nuts. It's really nuts.
Yeah.
So, no one's asked questions, so we're just gonna ask our own question.
Cool.
So, did any did any character likeness of characters change at all for you? Did you like some characters more? Did you hate characters more?
I'd forgotten about Hildy and her husband. I don't know how, but I was reading that chapter going, I don't remember this happening. So that was fun.
I don't remember much. I forgot they're on a whole planet. I forgot that much. I was like, wait, they're on a whole different planet? What? And I was like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm this slow. And I forgot about them too. And then they went on a whole other village, and I'm like, okay, don't remember this happening.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's fine. I remember lots of it, and I forgot the whole chapter.
Yeah, we're just keep on getting surprised. Every age.
It's
fine.
Aaron though.
Aaron is just. Aaron can be such. Oh man!
He appears in the first chapter and just punches Pod in the face straight away, and you're like,
what are you doing, man? What did this kid do to you? I don't. Okay, have you ever imagined him? The first time I was reading it, I imagined him as a teenager, and then the second time around, I don't know what his age, because the difference of becoming a man is different from ages. Mm-hmm. But it seems like he was alive since they landed, so it must be that he's older.
Yeah, I imagined him as a man.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the difference of ages of man that kind of conflict with my head. So
what is a man?
What is a man?
We've already going deep.
We're going deep with the questions of what is a man.
What is a man?
So I have a question. I'm just gonna ask this. I think probably everyone else agrees. I'm sure Todd annoyed you quite a bit throughout, but you don't get mad at him for it. Did you feel that way? Because I did. I think he's supposed to be annoying, but you feel sorry for him that you still like him as a character.
Because there's quite a lot of stuff you work out before him in the book, and then you're like, Todd, chill, dude. It's fine. But yeah, it's one of those characters where you kind of understand why he's so upset by things, but I'm really bad at talking.
No, don't worry. Keep on going. I'm getting you. Don't worry.
Yeah, it's just he's tricky, and his whole life has been a lie.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him, man. He's just everyone's up till now. Ugh. Oh gosh. And then the whole spackle thing, I was like, oh jeez. I forgot that happened too. It's a
Oh
pretty big
God.
part, but
Yeah.
and Viola's like, "What? Stop! What are you doing?" And then he just
Yeah.
kills them, and he's like, "Whoops,
Yeah,
oops."
just the way they just kind of goes like, and just kills it. You're like, dude, I totally side with her. You so much has been a lie. You thought this was true. Like, he wasn't trying to hurt you.
he's just there. He's just
Yeah.
standing there. He just looked at you. That's it. Todd just like,
Oh,
well, he looked at me. Now to kill him. Whoopity doo. But then again, it's his like anger about how his parents were killed by a spackle. But we all know the truth. They weren't.
Oh,
geez. That's big fun. Just big fun when you find out that your whole life has been a lie.
Yeah.
It's just, and then like and some people are like, why couldn't Ben and Killian tell him? And I'm like, well, if he was thinking about it, they would find out that he knows and want to murder him earlier in his life.
Yeah. Oh God, this book.
This is gonna be so hard to adapt. Like, I don't know how. I really don't know how. I don't know how they're gonna do this.
Noise? How? Because I don't quite understand it.
I don't think anyone does really. Like, it's like colors and it's words, like
pictures and words and colors and what?
Like we could have just been like, we can just read your mind, but no, Patrick Ness had to go, nope, you can sense colors, words, pictures, all that jazz. And everyone's like, okay, Patrick, okay, we'll let that slide. Oh geez. I always said that the movie's gonna be like A Quiet Place, but the opposite. So like there's always noise going on.
Just really loud.
Just really loud. Just like, look, there's okay, speaking of dogs, Mancy.
Yes.
It hurt me even more this time around. I actually started crying after my English final because I was reading the book during my English final. And everyone's like looking at me like, we're trying to take a test here. And I'm like, Mancy! Just took me, same emotion.
I was on the bus. I was just sitting on the bus, just like, don't cry.
You knew this was coming, but you weren't ready for the emotion.
I put off that chapter. I was like, I need to read it. I need to get past this. I know it's coming.
It's so sad. Oh my god, how are they okay, is there gonna be a talking dog? Who's gonna voice the talking dog? Like, I keep on saying Ryan Reynolds.
If he can do Pikachu,
he can do Mancy. Just get the kids that did like the Air Buddies movies, cast one of them in it, and then there's your Mancy. I just always imagine Mancy with like a small innocent child voice. I feel like kind of the opposite of Ryan Reynolds, but I always make that joke. I just don't know, because talking dogs are the weirdest things ever to me. So
I really like the idea of the talking animals, though.
Yeah! Think about it. You have a talking dog. You can talk to a dog. That's a great superpower. Like, as annoying the noise is, it's kind of cool to have as a superpower.
Yeah.
Like, and I think,
I think Patrick Ness said he got the idea from, like, his cat. He just kind of looked at his cat one day. I was like, what if you could talk? What would you say?
To your cat.
What would you be saying to me?
Meow.
Yeah.
That's what he would be saying. Just like, meow. Meow. I need to poop. Everyone is always like hates that first sentence, and I'm like, how can you not? It's just the weirdest sentence ever. You're just like, what is going on in this world?
The strangest opening line to a book.
The first thing, what is it? The first thing you find out when your dog learns to talk is that dogs got nothing much to say about anything. Like, how can that not make you interested at all? Like, I mean, it's also the southern slang that drives people away, but that's like so unique in a way.
Mm.
I think it's really cool. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was American. Like I read in my head, I read it was kind of like West Country, like it's like from Devon, like here, like,
Oh, okay.
and
Wait,
then like
I don't. Maybe you're
that,
right. I don't know.
that
Maybe
really
you're
bad
right.
impression. I don't know. And then I think it said somewhere he's going to do an American accent. I kind of went, oh, that makes more sense.
I
Then
mean, I could see that because isn't Patrick Ness like British or something? I don't know.
he lived in London for a bit. I think
Okay,
he's
it? See, I don't know anything about
It's
Patrick Ness. It seems like
thing in like the about the author thing. In my one, it just says
no, mine either. It just talks about his awards and that
Yeah.
he lives in London. I think it's this.
London.
Oh, you don't even have a
I have a
picture.
picture.
See, that's why
I
your
don't
edition
know
is
what
so
he
much
looks like.
cooler than mine. Jeez.
I have the color on the.
Wait. Oh, that's. I don't know. I love yours better.
My other two have the color, and it was weird because I met him. I went to
What?
I went to
Lucky you.
he was at a school near me doing a signing, like at the rest of us just live here. He was like promoting that. And I like took all my books and he went, why have you got the American editions of these books but the English one this? I was like, I don't know.
I don't know. It just happens. Yeah, I have another edition of it, and I think that's a nice signature, man.
Something like that. Oh.
Ooh. He signs weirdly, but it's fine.
It was very awkward. I just stared at him.
Just stared at the god. Just been like,
I just stood above him. Just
bless you.
He's there. Okay.
There he is.
Just
Hi.
write the thing.
Fun times, awkward times with authors, guys.
Yeah.
Big fun. I'm just trying to think. I'm gonna look if I asked people on Instagram if they had questions, but I don't know if people saw it. No one.
Quickly shut my door so my parents don't think I'm talking to myself.
I know. I put a sign up. I was like, "Hello, please don't come in.
Actually, I've told them I'm doing this, and it's like, okay, cool.
Have fun." I didn't. I just wrote recording. Please don't enter. If you need me, text me. But anyway, yeah, I have another edition of this. It's like not an original one. It's the one that's like the brown background or something. But my friend's reading it, so I hope she doesn't lose it. Found it in Books A Million for $4. So, and I really want that beautiful edition, the hardcover one with the so pretty. I've already wasted too much money. I love how we're talking about the differences of our editions rather than the actual book.
Like, just look how pretty it is. Sorry,
oh, I was like, the light. The light.
That's worse.
Okay, did you notice that scene about how I didn't want to go, or was that just me? It seemed like the whole fandom freaked out about that. I was the first one to notice when everyone else is like, what? And I'm like, yeah, guys.
And somebody just went, oh no. Like in flashbacks.
You just like see Todd dusting, you're like, wait a minute.
The right film.
I might just regret writing the names of the actors in my book because if the movie sucks, I probably don't want to remember it. But you never know.
Sorry. Is that better? Do I look like this?
You always look great. Anytime. I'm just trying to find, what else shall we talk about? What else is surprising? What else was... I'm just awkward. I deeply apologize.
That's okay. Book.
Book.
What about the book?
I have a lot of tabs, but okay, Viola killing Aaron. I think that was very, very satisfying.
Yeah. He won't die.
Oh
Why
my gosh.
won't he die?
He just keeps coming back and he's like, hey guys, and everyone's like, wait!
You got attacked by a crocodile!
And you're still alive? God is definitely on your side now.
Yeah, like most of these tabs are just going, how is he still alive?
There's a lot of...
You die.
Someone said, I think Todd says, you ain't human.
He's not.
And then Aaron goes, I'm a saint, and I said bullshit. This man is a crazy lunatic. There's so many times where Todd is like, my knife, and he talks about the knife, and I'm like, okay, Todd, we get it, you're in love with your knife. You'll never let it go.
Never let go.
I think there's at least a sentence that references each book after. There's one sentence where he talks about ask and answer, and then someone talks about monsters and men, and I was like, ha, 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 got you. I got you.
I see what you did there.
I love inside jokes. Like, I like it when authors actually, the titles make sense in their book. Like, there's a reason why. It's called The Knife and Never Let It Go. The next one, there's an obvious answer of the ask and the answer.
Yeah.
Then some authors, Veronica Roth, will just have a random title that, like, rhymes with their original title. Like, Insurgent, what does that got to do with anything? Just, like, at least, like, Rick Riordan has, like, Sea of Monsters as a sequel, because he's in a Sea of Monsters, but getting off topic. Anyway, Patrick Ness is really good with titles. I think we can all agree on that.
Yes.
Oh gosh, I love Viola and Todd's relationship. So, and I love how it's not really romantic at the start. Like, they just have a strong bond at first. Of course, we both know that it grows into a romance, but I like how it doesn't start off that way. Because a lot of books will do that, but instead they actually have a friendship or bond first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just more concerned with staying alive to begin with. It's just like,
stay alive. Just please, Hamilton.
Oh god. That would be a strange crossover.
Oh my god, Hamilton, the knife, they're just looking, they're like, why is there a guy in that outfit just sitting over there? He's gonna tell everyone that we're here.
We are outgunned.
I mean, there's so many songs in Hamilton that could match up with. It's nuts. It's the crossover would not make any sense. The songs, though,
but
that's where it would make sense. It's Wilf. I forgot Wilf was in existence. The guy with the wheel. I was like, who's this guy? What? I don't remember him. I don't remember anything.
I don't remember the doctor.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
Is a dream. Is he? And then why they found a place?
And then like Viola goes into this whole thing. She's like, they don't let me do anything because I'm a woman. And they're like, the women are in these camps, and all they're being used for is birth. And I was like, okay, Handmaid's Tale much. Like,
yeah. Well, where is it?
It's like, okay, yeah, I have a tab somewhere. It's near the end because then it's like that's when they take over or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find it. I tabbed it somewhere.
Because there's a bit that I really liked when they're like, oh, you need to control your woman.
And he's like, she's not my woman. She's her
She's
own woman.
own woman. Oh, okay.
That's like a very famous part of this book. It's my favorite. Everyone always references that part. And I'm like, yes. Yes. Where is it? It's near the end. There's so much Aaron. Stupid Aaron. No, wait, that's my apprentice.
Oh, he's stupid as well.
Oh, some Davy Prentice comes in, and I said, a new asshole has risen since Aaron is dead. Because I guess Nick Jonas is just coming to kill Todd now.
Mm.
Let's see how that goes.
Nick Jonas.
I can't. I just can't. I can't, man.
Remember
Just,
huh?
just your childhood thing that you loved as a kid. Now he's gonna be a villain in one of your favorite books, movie adaptations, and you're like, well, guess we got to deal with this now.
Yeah.
Wait, no, this is when Aaron's still alive. Wait a minute. That can't be true. Wait, it's far after. I think they get to the doctor. Is it before or after Aaron? Oh,
What?
I don't know. I'm looking for the part where they're like, oh, she's her own person.
Oh yeah, that's at the doctor's house, and
Yeah, is that after Aaron or before Aaron? Because I have no clue.
It's before they kill Aaron, but
Okay, it is before
Yeah.
Aaron. Okay. Where she could do apprentice. Because they get him back to health, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Oh yeah.
What page? Oh wait, it might be different for your copy. I don't know.
100 and no, can't read numbers. 380.
380. Okay, I was close. Yes, I wrote that as a favorite part. Oh no, I hear Viola whisper, she ain't my girl. I say, hello, what? Dr. Snow says, what? Viola says, she's her own girl. I say, she doesn't belong to anyone. And does Viola ever look at me? See, that's iconic.
Yeah.
That is iconic, Todd, man. And it's good that he learns.
Yeah. I like at first it was like, oh, she ate my girl, and Bill was like, what? Excuse you, we've been through so much. I was like, you're your own person.
She's your own person.
Damn.
You...
Even better.
I'm trying to. I think what this book does a great job of is that it kind of like talks about how when you're looking, whatever a kid is taught, that's what they like take into their own lives. So like Todd's told like all this thing, and then he thinks that, and it kind of shows if you tell your kids something and they listen to you, it's going to continue on generations to generations.
Yeah.
So just telling you guys, don't tell your kids stupid things. Then they're gonna just do stupid things.
They're gonna believe that for the rest of their life.
The rest of their life, they're gonna kill an innocent alien thing which did no harm. All the Smackle did was just try to keep their own land, but
Yeah.
it's a metaphor for our own society, guys. Great. Big fun. And also talks about kind of like toxic masculinity. I always say that because I think it does.
Yeah.
The expectations of a man and
Yeah.
what they have to do. And
Definitely.
then, yeah. And they're brought to violence at such a young age. Kind of shows today's too. So,
Fun.
12-year-old Viola and Todd have to deal with a religious crazy lunatic trying to kill
Yeah.
him, and a whole army after them. 12
If
years old.
anyone doesn't know his books, they're not the happiest.
They aren't, man.
Great. Dark. Have
Yeah.
you A Monster Calls? Have
Oh,
you?
yes. So dark, man. So dark.
I showed my parents the film, and I'd forgotten what happened. And it got to like the first dream bit, and then the monster appeared, and they were like, "Oh look, tree person!" I just said, "Oh no, oh no, just remember how this ends. Oh no, this is not a happy film."
Wait. It ends with the mom dying, right? He lets go
Yeah.
of her in the dream and then she dies. Oof.
Yeah. And my mum was just crying and being, "Why did you do this?" And I'm sorry, I
It's
forgot. I don't
yeah.
know how I forgot.
Hey, we all forget some important things in books, and then you just
like,
get surprised again.
Suppress the ending of that book. It's like, I
Just
don't
be
know
like,
what the book
no,
is about.
that never happened. You know, Tom and Viola, they ran off into the sunset, lived their peaceful lives.
Yeah.
They never caught up with them. You can just end the book there.
Yeah. I threw this book across the room so many times the first time I read it. I was just like with Manchi, and then that last chapter. Nope. How dare you?
Nope. Nope. You're just like, I don't want this to be in existence. I don't want this to happen.
Yeah.
And then we get thrown into welcome to New Prentice Town. You're just like, oof.
It got so much worse. I thought they were safe, and then it just all got so much worse so quickly.
They're never safe, man.
No,
They're never gonna be safe.
you think they're fine, and then it's like the last 3 pages, it just all goes so wrong. There's no way this can be fixed.
So wrong, so quickly. Great. It's fun. It's fun to be living the lives of Child and Viola. So, how do you feel about them upping up the age? Because I feel around this reread, it's more important that they are young, and now they're gonna be like 18 years old in the movie, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I guess it's like the Hunger Games where they kind of used adult actors because people wouldn't be as comfortable with seeing children in these situations, but that was the whole point.
Yeah, that's the whole point, is that they're that age and the violence is happening to them so young.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like even if they are talented actors, which they are, I'm just scared that that message is going to be lost. So, but you know, I can still stare at them, so that's good. There's more of an appeal.
Yeah.
Tom and Daisy.
Yeah, I'm wondering if people who haven't read the book are gonna think of this film. So I picked like actors with quite large fan bases. Like my friend loves Tom Holland, and I wonder if I'm gonna take her to see this, and she's just gonna be like, "What the hell is happening?"
Just what's going on here? What is this noise? Why is the dog talking?
Yeah.
There has to be like a slow transition into the film because people aren't gonna get it if they just go, dog can talk. Everyone can hear each other.
Yeah.
Talking dog. And they're like, what? What is this place?
You can't hear what anyone's saying because there's just noise.
And then I really don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's some books that you can adapt correctly into film. Great Gatsby is an example of that because Great Gatsby is basically just metaphors and illusions, and that's the whole book. And then this one is it's just too crazy to adapt. Like, I can't even think of it. Like,
it's probably why it's taking them so long. I'm like, why is it taking so long? Oh, it is. What the hell?
And I mean, people keep saying about how it's a disaster because they keep on just redoing everything. It's just so funny to me.
Will this film ever exist? I just
what if, hold on, it's supposed to come out March 31st, 2020, right?
Yeah.
Hold on for a second. Still not, even though I have a sign up. Anyway, so we're in a deep discussion, right? What were we discussing about? Oh,
The
you
film.
were saying something. Yeah,
Will
the film.
ever happen?
Oh, wait. Guess, okay, what if they just like, it's March 31st, 2020, and we're all at the movie theater, and we're all like, oh yeah, it's time for the movie, and we were about to walk in, and they're like, hey guys, sorry, they had to edit another thing, so it's not gonna come out for another year. And then it just keeps on doing that for the year after that.
You're
And
like
it doesn't-
at the cinema and they go, actually there's a reshoot today. Why are you here?
And they're just like, and we're all like, well, here we go again. This is why every time I post a picture, I always put Mamma Mia, here we go again. Because I'm just like, well, how long, wait, when did you first read the books? I want to know how long you've been waiting for this.
I think I read it when I was like, it's when I won a book voucher at school. When I think I read them when I was like 13. And I'm 17 now.
Ooh, 4 years, man?
Yeah.
That's long.
I think I won the book voucher in year 7. And I bought this with it.
I'm just praying for you. You've been out this for 4 years, man.
Yeah.
I think.
And like when I found your account, I was like, there's other people.
there's
a fandom.
Other humans. I just wanted to add on because no one, literally, I talk to everyone about this book, but no one ever listens to me. It's so funny. Like, I've told 2 of my friends that love reading, read The Knife and Never Letting Go, and they're like, no, it looks stupid. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm not stupid. You know me. I know my books.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy it. Might be a little hard to get into. You'll be fine.
It's fine. I have one friend who's read this, but she didn't finish the series. We were like, I was like, have you read the Ask and the Answer yet? She's like, no. I was like, you need to. I'm freaking out over here.
How can you not finish the series after this?
I don't know. She's like,
I binged it. I binged the whole series. Summer, I think it was 2016. I binged the whole series. I was like, this is it. I remember finishing Monsters of Men at the library after I just got it, and I was like, this is great. I don't know if I can do this again. Because they're such thick books too, man. Like, look how thick they are.
Sorry, there's weird noises like someone banging my ceiling.
It's like, it's a ghost. It's Mancy's ghost. Just like...
Ghost. Is it the rats? It's not the rats. I have rats behind me.
Oh.
Not just...
I was going to make a Stranger Things Season 3 reference, but I don't know if you've seen it yet, so...
I've seen the first couple of episodes, and I'm not happy with this rat material. Like,
okay, good. You understood what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
I was going to be... If you're like, what are you talking about? Stranger Things and rats? And I was like, never mind.
Yeah,
but
that started happening, and I was like, nope, can't. Nope.
It gets worse, man. Gets worse.
Oh, no.
It's like the knife and never letting go. It just keeps on getting bloodier and bloodier.
Oh no, my sweet baby.
Just keep your rats away from a random warehouse. You're good.
They'll be fine. They don't run around that much.
That's good. That's a good sign.
They're very lazy. One of them's quite fat, but he's old. I'm just letting him live his life. He's happy.
That's good. Let him live his life. I'm just trying to see. Okay, can we also talk about how Mancy and Todd's relationship development? Because Todd really hates him in the beginning, and then he talks about how it's his dog.
The good
That's
dog.
my dog. And I'm like, oh, crap. That probably made me cry harder at Fancy's death, because I'm noticing how much he's like grown to love him, and I'm like, well.
Yeah, the second time when you know what's coming, just going, oh, such a good dog.
He's like good ruddy dog, and I'm like, oh man.
This dog, oh no.
My one friend kept texting me, she's like, oh my god, Mancy's my favorite character. And I kept trying to, I wanted to text her, oh, she's in for a rude awakening. She's like, and then she finally got to his death, and I'm like, she's like, Julia, why? And I'm like, well, you're welcome. There's plenty more coming.
You know, when I went to the signing, like they were like questions, and someone just went, without spoilers, why? Why never let it go? Why? And he said, he was basically just like, I'm sorry.
He just basically, I wish someone filmed that. They're like, he's like, this is Patrick Ness's public apology for killing off Nancy.
Like, I'm sorry.
At least it's better than Rick Riordan, who basically trolls everyone on every death he dies. It's at least Patrick Ness is like, yeah, I'm sorry for that, and Rick Riordan's just like, I'm not sorry. You have to deal with the suffering.
Was he writing the new book, and he said something like, can't wait to kill more dogs? And everyone was like, how dare you? How dare you remind us? I can make you laugh when you're like drinking. Like every time you go to take a drink, I say something and you start laughing.
I do a spit take probably just off camera, you know. I just get really thirsty. I'm just trying to think. Oh, Todd's mom, man. Oh, so sad.
Yeah.
I really. No, you were talking, and it was probably gonna be more intelligent. No, you go.
I really like the I was really confused about the way it was written when I started reading it, because everything's misspelt and weird.
Yeah.
And then it's like later he says, I'm not too good at reading, and I was like, me too. So I'm just like, so it took me like
too.
Yeah.
Relatable, Todd. Good job.
It took me a very long time to learn how to read, but I like reading. It just took me too long. So I was like, me too, Todd. Me too.
Me too. And then Viola has to read it to him like it's a bedtime story. Like Todd's 5, and Viola's just like, once upon a time, your mom and dad landed on this planet, and then the mayor got pissed off and decided to kill them all. The end. And poor Ben and Killian were like, if we stand up, then they're gonna kill us, and Todd is gonna be raised in this terrible world without good parenting. So we're just not gonna do that. And I'm like,
just be the only good people left.
The only good ones.
Whole town.
And then, I don't know who it was, but I think it was Killigan. The last thought that Todd hears from him, at least in this one, is Ben, or it's the other way around. I think they both, their introductions, you hear both of them think of each other. And I'm like,
yeah.
It's just nice to see a healthy parent relationship with two males. I think I love seeing that in books.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it when some of that they don't make a big deal of it.
And just normal.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, you just get it and go, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. It's cool.
His dad's done.
Oh, his dad's. Oh. Wait, whatever. This is a really stupid question, but did Ben die? I forget. I finished this after finals. I don't remember much. Is he officially dead? How did he die?
I can't remember.
We both don't remember. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be like, hey Google. So how did Todd's? Because I'm just, Killigan comes back, right,
Yeah,
man?
they find him in that weird town where all the women are like locked away,
Yeah.
and I can't remember what happens to him.
Okay, come on, Wikipedia, help me here. Schmoof. Okay, schmoof. Okay, that's Mancy's death. I don't want to know about Mancy's death. Aaron in 1,000 ways. Okay, well, Aaron's a very, very weird person. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll just see with the movie. Okay, I have a question. Do you know this? Are they combining the books together or not? Because I've heard multiple things.
I've only heard that they're making like 3 films,
If it
but
works, if it makes money.
yeah, they might split the last one into 2 because J.K. Rowling made that a thing.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, I stand by if a book is too thick, you can split it into 2 parts.
Yeah,
Deadly Hollows, you can do that into 2 parts because the
true.
one part is exposition, the other part is action. I'm
Yeah.
fine with that. Mockingjay, on the other hand, you did not need to split that into 2 parts.
No.
It's a boring book as much as it is. You don't need that. And then Allegiant. Okay. They split it into 2 parts, and the second half never comes out. It's just so funny to me.
Oh yeah, that took so long for that film to come out.
And then it came out, and everyone's like, yeah, we don't care about this anymore.
Yeah, we've given up. We gave up.
Oh, jeez. That's what I'm worried about with this series is that it's not going to get enough money or praise that they're going to be like, okay, we're not going to make any more. And it's going to be the first film in Daisy and Tom's filmography that it's going to be like, because so far they've been doing fine. I don't think either of them have been in terrible films yet, but like if this one doesn't succeed, then
Yeah. And one of the reasons maybe why it's been so tricky for filming is like they picked 2 actors that are very busy.
Very busy.
Spider-Man and
You got
Ray.
Spider-Man and Ray. You know, let's just go for the 2 actors that are pretty popular now and that we can never get a hold of them.
Are in like very, very busy franchises that need them every day.
Every day. Like, I think that's why one of the reshoots took forever, because both of them were filming their huge movies.
Yeah.
Like, I think Daisy was held on before was she in the process of, like, in the casting of this film before she was popular? I've heard that. I don't know.
Don't know. How long has this film been going on for?
Okay, Screen Rant has a whole timeline about when they did it. I just know that Daisy was an original fan of the books. That's what I remember. I heard that she like loves the books, and Tom probably has never read them. Someone needs to read the books to Tom. Can someone get a video of Daisy just?
He's just gonna have to. Oh.
They just like Daisy's like, so Tom, this is what happens in the books that you did not read, even though you're a part of the film. I just don't remember anything. Okay. $100 million. That's how much this movie is.
That's money.
Oof. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Okay, so when did Force Awakens come out? 2016, 2015?
I think so.
Okay, Force Awakens came out in 2015.
15.
I know. Jeez. But so she was casted in early 2016 and then he was casted months later. So I guess it was after Force Awakens. But the book was published back in 2008. So it's been a while, man.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Wow.
Yeah, she was casted in August, and he was casted in November. They filmed originally in May 12th, 2017. And then they did, I think they did another reshoot, and they did like a small reshoot, and then they did another reshoot. Okay. It's only been changed. The release date has only changed twice. But like everyone jokes how it's been changed so many times.
Yeah. And there was a period of time when we only had one picture.
Oh my god, we still have that one picture. Like, that's the only official thing that's been released. Everything is paparazzi, man.
Yeah, there's and then there's like the ones Tom put on Instagram, but they're just like they're not quite just like, oh look.
They're like, there's my back. I remember there was one picture, and it's him with a stick and a dog, and everyone thought it was Chaos Walking.
Yeah.
And then he came out and said, guys, this isn't Chaos Walking in the whole internet. And everyone's like, excuse me. And I was like, seriously, Tom? Seriously?
Come on. You're going to post a dog that isn't your dog. We're going to assume.
We're going to think it's Mancy. We're going to think it's Mancy. Like,
that one picture of him on a horse as well.
Yeah, that was during reshoots. I remember.
I'm going, why is he on a horse? And then going, oh, this?
Wait, is he ever on a horse in this book? Because I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I don't think he ever gets on a horse.
There are horses.
There are horses. I remember in the Ask and the Answer, there's a horse that he could like has his buddy friends with, and then that dies.
Yeah.
Oops. If anyone watches this back and we spoiled you Ask the Answer, sorry. What was it? Oh, he came out and said that he doesn't like the original Star Wars trilogy. So he said, I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I am a fan of the new ones. I thought Rogue One and Force Awakens were dope. I just for some reason skipped the original Star Wars. That's a great thing to say when you're in a film with not only just one Star Wars person, but another one. Because Mads Mikkelsen is also in it.
Like, I like the new ones.
I do too, but how no offense, but how can you see Star Wars and not seen the original? I'm fine with you not liking the original and then liking this one. But if you haven't seen the original, there's gonna be a lot of things you don't get.
Yeah.
Well,
Are the Instagram people asking anything?
Nope. All by myself. I thought someone asked I thought someone asked something, but instead they're asking for the link about Tom Holland talking about how he doesn't like Star Wars. That's it. Do you want to do final thoughts?
I
don't know. Do you want to?
I don't know.
We're just here. There's so many things to talk about that you don't remember everything. And then
dog could you imagine?
I don't know. I don't know dogs. The only dog I know is my dog, so I just imagine my dog, but that's not a good thing.
No. Oh, no. I think I imagine it was like a Labrador.
Okay, yeah, I can kind of see that too, but I don't. For the movie, I don't think it's a Labrador though.
Oh
But
yeah.
I imagine a Labrador, because Labradors are supposed to be kind of
I don't know, it just
active.
felt, yeah. But then this time I was like, maybe he's smaller?
Yeah, he's like a miniature one.
I don't know. It's never really explained. It's just like dog.
You kind of just assume it. That's why I kind of assumed that his voice is kind of high, like kind of like a child, just by the way he talks.
Yeah,
And by it being a child, it's probably a small dog.
yeah,
But then again, can a dog rip off Aaron's nose?
yeah.
We'll see. Some people keep on saying how Aaron looks like Voldemort without his nose. I'm like,
He's
funny.
some. I feel sorry. When I was reading it, I was going, I should like be taking a tally of the amount of injuries Todd's getting.
He gets so much injuries, and then he hallucinates for like 3
Yeah,
chapters. And I'm like, this poor boy. He
he's
needs some medical attention.
so hurt. Someone needs to help him.
My one friend and I were watching the Hunger Games, and it's after Rue gets like stabbed or whatever, and she's like, "Oh my God, she needs to go to a hospital." I'm like, "Where's a hospital in the
Yeah.
Hunger Games?"
They're
Yeah,
not
let's go up in that tree. There's a
hospital.
doctor right there. We're just gonna bring her up, and that's totally what Todd's gonna do. Like, oh look, there's a doctor. Let it help me. And the only doctor they can find is in a sexist village. So
Yeah, great.
Viola's gonna have the time of her life there.
There was somewhere, I can't remember what it was, but there's like several points in this where I'm like, oh no, Tom Holland's about to make me cry again. Great,
Oh
it
no.
happens this. This in real life.
Supposedly they cut out the whole thing about Viola talking about her parents. According to Daisy, they like cut it out, and I'm like, why?
That's so important.
That's so important because you kind of see how standoffish she is because her parents died.
Yeah.
Now she had to fight for her life. Why take that out? Like, literally, I would be fine with this movie being 3 hours long, like Endgame. I would seriously be okay with that. I'm sure the mass audiences would not, but I would.
I just found some bits where it's like he's going, okay, I'm trying to read it, but like, what is it? Go to the first words. Those are definitely the first two. And then there are a couple longer words that I don't have time to sound out yet, and a couple of big paragraphs that I really don't have time for right now. Bottom of the page. And my tab just says, oh my god, me.
Wait, what page is that?
108.
108. I am underlining that. Because that's a mood. 108? Is it over? Oh. Oh, I see it. Okay. That's funny. Where's my red pen?
You must warn them. You must warn them.
I'm underlining this.
You moose?
Moose. Maybe Ben and Killigan should have taught him how to read before he went on this quest. Because they knew it was coming. They should have been like, okay, Todd, you're 12 now. We're just going to teach you how to read. Even though the whole town's like, nah.
We're planning on sending him away with a big book containing a very important message in the front. He'll be fine.
Well, I mean, they did say that they didn't think they said they thought they had a couple of weeks before, but then Todd finds Viola and they're like, well,
okay. Gotta send you packing. Yeah, most of my tabs are just like, why won't Aaron die?
I love how everyone is always like, Aaron, just die. Like,
won't
just
die.
Oh, yeah. This is the one part I underlined. How? How could he have lived? Does he ever effing die?
Yes. Same. I was thinking the same thing.
Dang! So, there was one part where Todd's like, but I'm holding my knife. And I said, oh, of course you are, because you always hold your knife.
Yeah, I've got a tab where it's just like, oh, yeah, I feel him slide off me and I lift my head, choking the water and air. But I sit up and raise the rock again and hit him, but he's lying down lying down in the water, face half in, face half out. My tab just says, please die.
Please.
Please die. Prediction, Tom Holland is going to get hit a lot.
That's why he broke his nose! Makes much more sense now. Tom Holland broke his nose because Todd just gets beat up so many times that I think someone actually just punched him and he's like, hey guys, I think the guy actually just punched me and my nose is broken.
Yeah. Did he like pass out at one point as well?
What?
He said on his story at some point, like they did a bit underwater and he passed out. Am I remembering this wrong?
No, you probably are remembering it right. I just don't remember. That probably actually happened. It seems that if you are in a successful book to movie adaptation franchise, you either get drowned out, because that's the same thing that happened with Jennifer Lawrence. She almost died from water. Oh, also, okay, this is the one comment I wrote. So Todd always goes, oh, my effing. And he's like, oh, but I don't say effing, because he's like, oh, I said the F word. And I said, except I don't say effing. And I'm like, I'm sure you never actually say effing.
Yeah.
And there's one part where he's,
cool.
And then there's one part where he's like, Viola says effing, and he's like, but this time she doesn't say effing. And I'm like, oh, great, you're rubbing off on her.
Yeah, I've just got one where Todd says good dog and I've just put the goodest boy. Just
the goodest boy.
I just have very important notes.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too. Like I said, Todd has anger management issues. Maybe he should have them checked out. And there's one part where she goes off on Todd, and I'm like, yes, girl. Queen.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah.
Sorry, he's just sits
No,
there.
go.
The silence, it's so horrible and it's crushing me. And then at one point she's like, I can hear you.
Yeah,
Stop
she's like,
it.
oh my god, I know I tabbed it somewhere. I know I have it, where she's like, you know what? I understand that you can hear me. It's with Hilda. I don't remember. Yeah. I remember it. Where she's like, oh jeez. I tabbed it. I underlined it.
I've got this page with all the noise and just how.
That's my favorite. It's so cool. That's why I feel like I have never heard it on audiobook, but I've heard it's really cool at that part. I would love to hear that. I've heard it's either, I don't know if you would I'm trying to think like which is better, reading the book or listening to the audio, but like the thing is with the book is that you get to see that cool thing, but then in the audiobook you get to hear Todd talk, which is the writing style. So
yeah.
Okay, I found the part where she's like, just because my thoughts and feelings don't spill out into the world in a shout that never stops doesn't mean I don't have them. And he goes, huh? She's like, she keeps whispering something fierce. Every time you think, oh, she's just effing us, or there's something going on inside of her, or maybe I can dump her with these two, I hear it, okay? I hear every stupid thing you think, all right? And I understand way more than I want to. Nice. And he talks about how am I supposed to know what's going on if you keep it a secret? And she goes, I'm not keeping it a secret. I'm just being normal.
This is how people work, Todd.
This is This is how normal people think. Have you ever tried that? Maybe because he's just so sheltered. He's like, I can't think because if I think, people will know. That makes sense now.
I've got one where it's just like, what does whirler mean?
What does
squirrels? The squirrels are like whirler boy. Am I reading that wrong?
Walnut? A whirler. I have no clue.
What does that mean?
I'm gonna look at whirler boy.
Yeah, they call it like whirler boy, and like whirler dog, and like squirrels. What are you saying?
Because the squirrels are just weird. So it's a dervish whose actions include ecstatic dancing and whirling, a revolving mechanism.
Just like spinning.
I guess because he's walking around and moving so many times. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I like the sheep just say sheep.
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 Yeah, that seems about right. And the things with Wilf. The giant things.
Yeah. And they're singing, right?
Yeah, the giant things that say here. And they're just like, okay.
Isn't it cows? Or they thought it was cows or something?
Yeah, she was like, giant cows. What the hell is she talking about? Stupid dog? Like, giant cows.
Oh, there's one part where Todd thinks he's like, I am Todd Hewitt. And then Viola says, I'm Viola Eade. She just... What?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, that's like, is that like the first time she talks?
No, there's a part where she's like, that's not the first part. That's when she tells him her last name.
Yeah.
The part when she talks
is like just after they burned down the bridge.
Yes. And she's like Viola, and he's like, what? Oh yeah, she's like, she looks up at me. I look back at her. My face burns, and not from the heat. I'm sorry. I look away from her eyes and her face, and blink as quiet as ever. I turn back to the path. Viola, I hear. I spin around and look at her. What? I say. She's looking back at me. She's opening her mouth. She's talking. My name, she says. It's Viola. And then I wrote, and she speaks.
This is like fire behind her. Like,
and she's like, oh, Viola. Viola's my name, so you can just thank me for saving your life. Thank you, Viola.
Yeah. Now's the time to introduce myself.
Oh, and then after that, Todd's like, I'm Todd. And she goes, I know.
Like, yeah. You've said
multiple times in your head that you are Todd Hewitt, a man in whatever days.
And the dog just constantly shouting his name. Todd. Okay, so that's your name then.
And looking up at her. Toddy boy. Shall we end it here now?
Sure.
So thank you, people in the future who hopefully watch this. Thank you for joining me, Rosie. It was awesome to hear your thoughts, especially from a person who's read it 4 years ago and is still waiting on that movie that supposedly unreleasable before reshoots.
Well, thank you for letting me join in.
Anytime.
Have dinner, because it is nighttime here.
Food is good. Thank you all for watching.